Welcome everyone, I'm Luke Hetrick. I'm 23 years old from Altoona, Pennsylvania, and I'm going to tell you why I should be the next sports talent for Fox Sports 1. I love long walks on the beach, sunsets, and I binge watch One Tree Hill. Okay, in all seriousness, this has been my dream since day one. I'm a man of the people, and I love sports. There's no better job in the world to have, and I'm hoping that you make my dream a reality. And after such a positive start to the season, slowly and painfully slipping away for the New York Mets. The Cubs were in town and they finish off a sweep of the Metropolitans this afternoon in Queens. Big blow to the defending national champions. Ohio State will begin their quest for a repeat without 4 starters, including All-American defensive end Joey Bosa. Bosa, Dontre Wilson, Jalen Marshall, and Corey Smith have all been suspended for the season opener in Blacksburg at Virginia Tech. The Sound Tigers wrapped up their first 3-game weekend on Sunday at Webster Bank Arena with a 4-3 overtime victory over the Springfield Falcons. According to NBC News, Zanaya remained reactionless when the verdict was handed down at 3:30 p.m. by U.S. District Judge George O'Toole. And for Bridgeport, the power play has been a force of late. The Sound Tigers are best in the East on the man advantage at 28%, and Ryan Pullock has been tremendous for Brent Thompson's club. Well, when I was 11 years old, all my dad said was, go get a job. So last week at Harbor Yard, it was an instant classic in the FCAC Boys Baseball Championship. This has been her kingdom, and she puts on every night for a town, a team, and a dream. Love them or hate them, whenever Tiger Woods is on the golf course, you know you're going to want to see a scorecard after the round. It's not as easy as it looks. It's pretty hard, actually. But someone that makes it look really easy, Gabby Washington of the women's basketball team. No team has been more surprising to start the year than the Connecticut Sun. 2 years as bottom feeders in the Eastern Conference, but now the Sun are right atop the league standings. Big reason for that. Third-year guard Alex Bentley. Shaking the mold of Pennsylvania high school gymnastics is Nia Romanowitz, a senior standout at Altoona Area High School. With a tradition-rich gymnastics program, Nia shares a bond in the sport with someone very close to her, her mother, Tanya.
It's actually pretty awesome that my mom is there for me for gymnastics because she understands it. She's been through it all the practices, all the competitions and stuff.
I mean, since she was a baby, I've been a coach here at the Y, and I'd bring her in her car seat, and she was always in the gym, so she was always around it, so I think she just kind of developed the love for it.
With both heavily involved in the sport, the two rarely seem to butt heads. Instead, there is nothing but mutual respect and constant support.
And I competed all around. She specializes on beam and floor, and she puts, as much time as somebody else puts into 4 events in a practice, she puts into 2. So she really perfects those 2 events.
The fact that she's competed, knows how it goes, and then can teach that to me, and I can carry that out, I think that's awesome.
Even with the torch being passed from mother to daughter as the face of Altoona gymnastics, the similarity in style and attitude carried over as well.
Tanya was a hard worker. She worked hard, and it was a pleasure to work with Tanya, and it's a pleasure to work with Nia. She's a hard worker also. She focuses on what she needs to focus on.
We're sort of the same, I think, because beam was her specialty and beam's my sort of specialty, and that was our favorite event.
We really attack and give 100% in what we do. I mean, I had judges back then tell me that, like I had the highest leaps and jumps out of everybody, and if you watch Nia compared to the other girls, she's the same way. She knows that that's what it takes to go, that next step to have that big routine and the big score. Back in the heyday of Altoona gymnastics, Tanya Romanowitz was about as good as it gets. She was the 1984 District 6 all-around champion and went on to great success as a national champion at Indiana University of Pennsylvania. 30 years later, it's her daughter Nia looking to recapture some of that District 6 magic.
I want to qualify for states in beam and floor, and if I could possibly do all around, that'd be awesome for my senior year.
Do you think it's possible for her to win district?
Oh yeah, I definitely think it's possible.
We typically judge athletes on accolades and awards. However, demonstrating hard work, humility, and the love for the sport, that will get you on the podium. And sharing that with someone you love, that's just as good as getting gold. With Sports Buzz, Luke Hetrick. You don't just waltz into Oakland, Alameda County Coliseum and expect to come out with a victory.
So what do you do then?
Roll the highlights. Let's show it.
Okay.
Yanks out Noko, Chris Capuano on the hill for the pinstripe, struggling early. Bottom 3, A's already up 1-0, 2 on. Billy Butler going Michael Jackson. Off the wall, stand-up double, a run comes in to score. The Butler did it. Next batter, Stephen Vogt, and he's going to double down the first baseline. Butler again does it, and Ben Zobrist comes around to score, and it's 4-0 A's. Sonny Gray dealing in this one, but he had some defensive help. Look at the stop by Brett Laurie. Throwing out Chris Young at first. Oh, yeah, Mom, the meatloaf. That's what I'm talking about. He's jazzed up. And then it's Chase Headley next, grinding out. This would be the final out Sonny Gray would record. Big game for him. 8 innings pitched, 5 Ks, 2 earned runs, 4 hits. Yankees getting blasted out in Oakland. 6-2. Not a good start for them. Much more marquee matchup. Sir Roger Federer taking on Novak Djokovic. And Djokovic up 1-0, but Fetty Raj answers in the second. Look at that. Fan favorite. Second set takes it 7-6, deadlocked at 1. But the Joker, #1 in the world for a reason. Fresh legs after a rain delay, wearing down Federer. Look at the flick of the wrist. The little drop shot in there. And Djokovic can smell it. Now for match point. Djokovic able to counter Federer's strong, wicked backhand. Look at this. The forehand winner right there. Go crazy, get wild, Jersey Shore theme song. He's pumped up. Djokovic, 3rd Wimbledon in the last 5 years, chasing down Federer, his 9th title. And Stanley Johnson putting an exclamation mark down with a thunderous baseline throwdown. And here comes the exclamation mark of the first half. TJ McConnell gets it at the buzzer. Wildcats 21-point lead going into the break. Second half, much of the same. Pick game going strong. Here's Stanley Johnson. Smooth like butter. And then he says, I'm changing my name to Stanley Yelnats because I'm finding the hole. The 3-ball from the corner, 22 for him. Arizona cruises 93-72. So we pick it up in the 8th inning, the 2 best records in the major leagues. Pedro Alvarez, El Toro at the helm. Jung Ho Kang comes around to score, and we got a 3-3 ball game. That so maligned Pittsburgh Shark Tank lets it down, though. They've been solid all year, but not in this one. Mark Reynolds. 2-run shot to the left field loonies. His 2nd of the game, 8th of the season. St. Louis just doing what they do. But Pittsburgh responds. Trevor Rosenthal can't keep Chris Stewart from singling to right. A run comes home to score. 4-4. Bottom 14. Kutch happens. No. Oh, call Billy Zane. It's a walk-off. 6-5 Bucks win it. Kutch 12th homer of the season. Down 2-0 early and 3-1 in the 3rd. It finally all comes together. Paul Martin's shot is redirected in by Brandon Sutter, crashing the cage like Shark Week. 1 minute later, it's Lee Stepniak. He goes hard and beats Sergei Bobrovsky, and all of a sudden, it is deadlocked. Later on in the 3rd, Oli Mata's shot is redirected in by Yossi Jokinen. The connection makes it 4-3 Pens. They outshoot Columbus 41-20, but last chance for the Blue Jackets. Brandon Dubinsky comes down. The poke check by Marc-Andre Fleury. The Pens go on to steal one on the road. 4-3 your final. That's going to do it for Sports Edge at 6. Tune in to us tonight at 10:45 on MyTV9. We'll see you there.